What up, what up, what up? Hope everybody is doing good. Saturday morning. Hope you get to spend some time with your family this weekend or doing what you love. What I love is sports cards. So, obviously, my family, my gal, stuff like that too. But what I want to do is like I've made a point that I want to go live a little bit more. And because one thing I do have is some information from when I was a little kid all the way up to now as far as sports cards go, and some of the stuff that was cool along the way I'll be able to share. I'd like to start a little segment I do here and there called Story Time, where these are real stories or how or why I like to set some of the things that nobody would have any idea about that wasn't collecting during that time. But the 1998 SP Authentic set really rang in, really what I consider like the first rookie cards that were serial numbered to 2000, and they were tough. There may obviously had been rookies before that. I don't really know. I'm trying to think in football. No, uh, maybe some type of sets, but this was what I considered the first real big deal, and it was coming out with back then it was Peyton Manning and Ryan Leaf, and then early on when these were out, Randy Moss was a huge deal. So these must have released after the season had started because Randy went off that year. And the cool thing about these cards are I have a lot of information about these because they were cool to me back then. Like for instance, pretty much any Peyton Manning or any rookie from this set that is a Gem Mint 10, I believe is trimmed. That's just my opinion. I don't think they come out of the pack clean. They're no different than a Derek Jeter rookie in '93. That's why you always see me buying eights and nines. I think a lot of the nines are trimmed, to be honest with you. These cards were easily manipulated by card shop owners as far as pulling them out of the box. I'll have a little situation for you about that. Also, all you had to do was it was an oversized card compared to the regular cards. Let's see if I can get one right here. You can see the rookie is bigger, just a hair. But when you're taking two packs of cards, when you're taking a pack of cards and you're pushing down on it, you can find the rookie that way. Or if you just felt on the back of the pack, the serial number was on the back. All these are holofoil. They're serial numbered cards unless they're replacement cards. Replacement cards were hand numbered. That shows you how many they were hand numbered with a gold pin. That shows you how much problem there was with this condition sensitive set. Early on in the late 90s, there would be two or three Tim Couch 99 SP Authentic 9.5s or two or three Peyton Manning 9.5s. Until the trimmers got a hold of them. They would literally walk around with their little tools at the shows, and I'd be like, what the hell are they doing? But this set is so condition sensitive, I just feel like a Gem Mint one truly never came out of a pack. Now, you could have gotten a hand numbered one as a replacement from Upper Deck that was Gem Mint, but pretty much, I'm just telling you from experience that most of these rookies that are in 10 holders have been sliced and diced. Does it really matter? That's up for debate. I'm not here to argue about it. I'm just here to actually spit facts from someone that was doing this back in the day. Another thing about 98 SP Authentic and why I would never tell you to buy a single pack on eBay, the only way to buy these is buy a sealed box. Don't get sucked in by these fucking assholes in the world. But what they do is, let me tell you what happened to me and Jim. My brother, he wasn't into cards a whole lot at all at that time, but these caught his attention, and we were going down to watch Kentucky play Penn State in the Outback Bowl in '98. So it was like a day or two before New Year's Day. And we stopped off at a card shop along the way in Florida. I'm thinking it was probably in Tampa. I think actually it was in Tampa where the game was. We went over to this card shop. He had 4 packs missing out of a box and 1 sealed box. Me and Jim, we buy the 20 packs from him. We get no rookie, no auto. Autos came 1 per box. I think it was 1 in 23 packs. There were 24 packs in a box, if I remember right, or whatever there was in the box. You would get one of the green horizontal autographs. Sometimes you got lucky and it was the silvers numbered to 100. You typically got 2 rookies per box, numbered to 2,000, and you also got the die cut version to 500. So you normally got 3 rookies and an autograph. So I believe, I'm almost sure it was 20 packs that we bought. We got none of that. So, I mean, at that time, I'm still like, oh, like I knew we had been bamboozled, but we went ahead and bought the sealed box. The sealed box had Moss and Manning in it. There's 30 rookies in this set, so it's pretty much 1 in every 15 boxes has a Manning or a Moss. I don't know for sure, but most cases Manning and Moss came in the same box. Don't know why, but multiple people that I know hit Manning and Moss in the same box. So it's just pretty cool that, we were ripped off by a car shop owner, or it could have been one of his employees or whatever. And it's something that is neat to know that this shit's been going on for 20 plus years where people will just rob you blind. I saw a guy that was weighing absolute boxes for kabooms. He literally was selling absolute online, and they had found a post where he was bragging about the weight in grams that have a kaboom. And I just think to myself, man, how messed up is that? I mean, we've had a Fields kaboom gold up front to 10 pulled. We've had a Randy Moss gold kaboom to 10 pulled. And it's like, man, is it really worth it? And I mean, it is what it is, but be careful where you're buying your shit. You might think something's a little bit less expensive, but it's not. If you're buying packs of 98 SP Authentic on eBay, I'm telling you, there's nothing in them. There's nothing in them. 9 times out of 10, why risk it? This set, I think it had 125 cards total. It had 42 that were serial numbered, 30 rookies. Let me fix this up. 30 rookies, 12 rookie warps, all numbered to 2,000. One of my favorite sets ever made, just because I really enjoyed it. I also like the 99 set. That's a story for another day. But this set, when it came out, it was popping. The Manning and Moss were big time. The Moss is the only one I need for my set. I've had Moss in the past. There's the Manning. And you can see it's serial numbered. So you see what I'm saying? That's on the back of the pack. You rub your finger across that and you're going to know that there's a rookie in there. They're just so condition sensitive. See how gigantic this card is? I mean, it's oversized. Just the way it is. It's an oversized card. Beautiful. Freaking the legend Manning. I mean, it's just got a lot of hollow foil on it. It's so many things can go wrong on the back of that pack. Here's even the base cards, how beautiful they are. Looking back now, it's like, wow. But I'm not going to show you every base card, but they were in teams. That was during the Dirty Bird years. I remember the Dirty Bird was going on around this time. But the regular cards, they're even tough to find. It's not like they made a ton of this stuff. What a dickhead, Ray Caruth. His son's still battling. Crazy son of a bitch. His Ray Caruth, not his son. Emmett, Dion, Favre, Marino. That's a cool, just a base set to buy. If you can find those I'm sure you can find them inexpensive. But these are my jam right here. I don't know, I guess it was alphabetical order, wasn't it? As far for the team, Arizona, Atlanta, yep. I always wondered why Manning was 14. Like he should have been 1. But anyway, Wadsworth, I'm going to go over a couple of them. It has 30 rookies. I think y'all will find the rookie warps more entertaining now. But anyway, the rookie warps, let me go over those first. There's 2,000 of each card, 12 in the set. But rookie warp of Elway, Rice, Emmett, Steve Young. Look at that old Buccaneers helmet. Bettis, Dion, Andre Rison, Warren Moon, Brunell, Ricky Waters, Marino, and Favre. Those were part of the set. You had to have them for the real set. And then you had 30 rookies. I've got everybody but Moss. The keys now, obviously Manning, Moss, Woodson. Back then, it had Fred Taylor. It had Robert Edwards before he blew his knee out in the sand. it had, let me go through here because I don't want to tell you wrong. Corey Chavis, Vanderbilt, Keith Brookine, Dwayne Starks, Patrick Johnson, Jason Peter. Curtis Enos was pretty, had a chance to be good back then. His card was decent. Takeo Spikes was a beast from Auburn. Card was never really worth too much, but he was a beast. Greg Ellis, Marcus Nash. Brian Greasy was a biggie. I sold Brian Greasy's for hundreds of dollars, man, for like $300-400 back in the day. I remember selling one of these at the TriStar show in Nashville. Vonnie Holiday, John Avery. This was the other one, Fred Taylor. I'm hoping all of these are factory numbered. Honestly, I don't remember. I do not like the hand numbered ones. If they are, I'm going to replace them. All mine have the factory, I'm hoping. Most of it's going to be Manning and Moss, Charles Woodson, Fred Taylor. Moss is one I'm missing. What's up, man? 1 second. Yeah, I hear you, man. 18, Robert Edwards. Again, these aren't any big deal. Joe Jerv, there's a good card. Make sure that's factory numbered. There we go. Big Charles Woodson at 2000. Trey. There's Orion Leaf. Well, there was a debate back then. Another good one was Amon Green and Jaquez Green were pretty good. OKD, baby. Taken before fucking Moss. Wonder if Moss would have ended up a yard short. I doubt it. 2019, 18. That's this set. Pretty much, it was going to take you, boxes back then, I'm thinking it was like $5 a pack, $6 a pack. It wasn't anything crazy, but that was just really when packs were starting to kind of get crazy, with the Bowman's Best and Topps Chrome and all that. But this set was the best of the best, and what was awesome was 98 was great, and 99 was even better at the time. It had fucking Couch and McNabb and Culpepper, Edger and James. It was loaded. And then when 2000 came out, nobody wanted it. Isn't that hilarious? Think about that for a second. I had a case of 2000. I had a case of 99. But the 99s were like $300 a box, and the 2000s were like $100 a box at the time when I had them. But if you're a Manning fan, like legit Manning fan, because his shit's only going to go up, man. The legend of Manning's going to go up when Arch plays, and I just think him and Eli get a lot of run. And Peyton is one of the top. I mean, there's Brady, and then there's everybody else. And at the top of that, everybody else is probably Peyton Manning. There's a few you could argue, Montana, Manning, whoever. I'm sure everybody's got their favorite, but this set has a soft spot in my heart. Obviously, it reminds me of that trip going to the Outback Bowl. It reminds me to mind your P's and Q's when it comes to business, as far as hand out your hard-earned money for loose packs. It reminds me of a time back when I was younger where building sets were, a good time, man. And these were not easy. These were not easy at all. So that's pretty much the legend of, these things. This is right when grading took off, man. Was this era, 98, 99, it was on. And then when Tiger Woods came out in 01, it was bananas again. But during that little window, man, grading was really taking off. PSA, I'd like to look the year that PSA started business. It was way before 1998. They were way out in front of everybody. I would say Beckett was around 1997, 98. I can remember when Beckett started. PSA had been in business for quite a year, I think 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I'm wanting to say 91, 92. They started grading cards, but it was so expensive, nobody was doing it. But if you're a big fan of Manning, you can't afford the Contenders, which is like looking for a fucking unicorn with a 5-leaf clover stuck to his ass. The Peyton Manning SP Authentic. Oh, PSA turnaround time back then was dandy, son. It was quick. It wasn't bad at all. We used to call and get our grades. It was wild. Wild times, man. Turnaround times weren't bad. 30 days, maybe. 30 days, maybe. If you paid for the good stuff, everything was, it was different back then. This business has grown so much in the last 3 years. It's mind blowing. But again, that's the 98 set. I'm going to try to do these videos from time to time on different stuff. Share the information that I do have or I do remember. I may be obviously wrong on how many cards are in a pack or what, or how many packs are in a box, but I can pretty much remember with clarity about the hits and things like that that were important. Grab you a box, don't grab you a pack. I would stay away from these anyway because of the sensitivity to the cards. If that box ever got hot in a storage unit or something, it's probably ruined the cards. I would buy my Peyton Manning. I'd buy my Randy Moss. I'd buy my Charles Woodson. If those are the guys you like, man. If not, man, this isn't for you. This is just for the people that were probably doing this back in the 90s and remember these and remember it fondly. You can sometimes find the sets online without the Manning and Moss or whatever, but they don't come up that often because, like I said, there's not a lot of them because there's only 2,000 of the rookies and the rookie warps. All right, y'all have a great day. We're going to tape the podcast, More Than Cards, here in a little bit. It'll drop Tuesday. Check it out. If there's ever something you want me to cover, man, maybe drop me a message at the store at helpitonly@grandslam.com. If I know it or it's something that I feel like would be good for everybody, I'll be glad to discuss whatever. But right now it's going to be more about like content and sharing information and just having a good time rather than trying to sell you packs of cards or break boxes of cards for you. Have a great weekend, all right? I hope your team wins, except if they're Tennessee.